So today I thought that because it's October and it's coming up to Halloween that I would do a Halloween baking video, as you can probably tell by all the stuff that's in front of us. So today we're going to be making chocolate cupcakes. It's a really easy recipe and obviously I'll link it down below so you guys know exactly what to put in it and what kind of measurements. For this recipe I have doubled everything because I made it yesterday and it only made I think 9 cupcakes, but I wanted to make a few more this time, so yeah, I've just doubled the ingredient. All you need for this recipe is 1.5 cups of plain flour, 2/3 a cup of cocoa, 1.5 cups of sugar, 12 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 4 eggs, 6 ounces of bittersweet chocolate, so around about 70% cocoa, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, and 4 teaspoons of white vinegar. And you're also going to need 1.5 cups of coffee, but I'm going to do that later so that when I put it in it melts the chocolate. What you want to do is make sure you've sifted all these ingredients, such as the cocoa, flour and sugar. This recipe you're going to be using caster sugar. So to start with, we are going to add all the dry ingredients, so the 1.5 cups of flour, the 2/3 a cup of cocoa, 1.5 cups of sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and with the 1 teaspoon of salt, I've used sea salt, so what I'm going to do is crush it up in between my fingers and put it in. Also for this recipe you're going to be wanting to preheat your oven to 175 degrees Celsius on fan bake. Once I have added all these, I'm just going to give it a quick mix on a very low speed so that it doesn't spray everywhere, just so all the dry ingredients can combine. Of course you guys don't have to use an electric mixer or anything like this, you can just use a standard bowl and spoon. It doesn't really matter, but I'm going to use this because it makes it way faster. What I'm going to do now is add in all the wet ingredients, so all the oil, the vanilla essence, the vinegar, and the 4 eggs. I'm going to be adding the coffee and the chocolate separately. So I'm going to make the coffee and pour it into a bowl with our chocolate, let it melt and then add it to this mixture. So I'm just going to let this mix on a low speed to start with so it can combine well. So my coffee and chocolate are now melted together. So what I'm going to do is add it to this mixture here, slowly pouring it in so I don't spill it anywhere. So with this mixture, it is going to be extremely runny. That is normal. So what you want to do is when you're going to put it into your cupcake cases, all you want to do is pour it in. There's no point using any spoons. Now I've added my coffee and my chocolate. I'm going to stick it on a low speed to start with so it can mix together. Once your cupcakes have been mixed together, what you want to do is line your baking tray with 12 cupcake cases. This time I am using little skeleton ones because of the theme Halloween, obviously. So what you want to do is you want to get your bowl and you want to fill each cupcake case to about halfway to 3/4 of the way full. Once your cupcake cases are full and your temperature is at 175 degrees, you want to be putting your cupcakes in the oven for about 18 minutes. When they're finished, they'll be slightly firm to touch. Whilst your cupcakes are baking, you want to be making your buttercream frosting for them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix 600 grams of icing sugar and 250 grams of butter with 2 to 4 tablespoons of milk and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is doubled, so what you want to do is you want to do 125 grams of butter and 300 grams of icing sugar with half a teaspoon of vanilla and 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk. You want to mix this for about 5 minutes, and hopefully after those 5 minutes it will be at the colour and the consistency that you want it. When your cupcakes are ready, you want to pull them out of the oven with your oven mitts to make sure you don't burn yourself, and you want to sit them in the trays for about 10 minutes, and then you want to sit them on a cooling rack for about 15, and this is the perfect amount of time for you to be able to make your decorations for your Halloween cupcakes. What you want to do is you want to have your buttercream finished by this time. Today I'm going to be making 4 colours. I'm going to be making purple, green, orange and white. When I say white, I mean the normal colour that it is right now. You want to separate it into the 4 bowls so you know what colours you're going for, and then what you want to do is you want to add the colours, so the purple, the green and the red plus yellow to make the orange. Otherwise, if you have orange, that's awesome. I am using gel colours. Give the buttercream a quick stir to make sure that everything is completely combined. And then you're going to separate it into your 4 bowls. I'm going to be using piping bags to be able to get these colours onto the cakes. So I'm going to be putting purple, green, orange and white. You're going to leave these aside until you are going to put them in your piping bags to ice your cakes. What you're going to do now is you're going to be making the decorations for your cakes. So spiders and bats and all that kind of stuff. So for the decorations I have got licorice, M&Ms and Oreos, and we're going to be making a few things out of that. I have also got fondant as well, which is going to help along with the other stuff. What you're going to want to do with the Oreos is you're going to want to keep one in one whole one so you can stick the other little ones in there. And then you're going to want to break one in half, scoop out all the icing that's in the middle, and you're going to want to be using these for the bat wings. So you're going to cut them in half, and there are your bat wings. To assemble this, you want to open your Oreo, and you want to place this one, you want to place the wings in the middle of them. Then you want to get a little bit of buttercream, place it over so you can place the other Oreo back on top. And then for the eyes, what you're going to want to do is cut a little circle, almost, out of the Oreo. Cut the top off of the corner of the Oreo for the ear. Sorry guys, my camera died and malfunctioned, so I missed filming how I made these, but what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description of where I got the ideas from, and you guys can work out how to do them yourselves. I mean, I tried with mine. They do kind of look like Halloween cupcakes, but you know, I'm sure you guys could probably do better than what I can do. I just used piping bags for my icing, and you guys can do it however else you want it as well. It is completely up to you, and of course you don't have to use this recipe to make Halloween cupcakes. You can just use it in general to make cupcakes. So this is it for the end of this video. I'm so sorry that you guys missed me making these decorations, but hopefully you guys can get the recipe and make it your own way. Yeah, I will see you guys next time in my next video. Bye!